Neighbors, welcome back to the kitchen. Yes, it's been a while. This past month has been a big milestone in our personal lives. Katie and I finally got married. In preparation for that, my parents, they flew into Korea and they had to do a 2-week quarantine. So we gave them our house and we've been like Airbnb-ing it throughout Korea literally for the last month. Now I want to make some simple comfort food for me, for moi. So what I did was I stopped by the supermarket and I got some Kkotgae, which are flower crabs. And I just want to make some Kkotgae Ramen with some ingredients that I really enjoy. And then like an old school Korean doshirak box, which put the two together, just make me feel home and like a little like gift for myself for this crazy month. And I guess to kick off married life. Hopefully, I don't eat like this every day. So at the Korean market, I picked up some Korean flower crabs, also known as Korean blue crabs. These have a semi-hard shell, so you can crunch on them and then suck out the meat. I'm not sure, but I think like the American, the Maryland blue crabs, the shell is too hard. So if you're gonna break your teeth on it, don't use those crabs. Give this a quick rinse so it also help it defrost. For one person, we only need one crab, but hey, I'm a married man. I deserve 1.5. And when we go to boil the water, throw these crabs in and it's gonna make a nice soup base for that. Now, since this is my comfort ramen, I'm gonna add one of my favorite ingredients for ramen, which is just duck, these rice cakes. A little chili pepper for some spice, and then of course some green onions to garnish at the end. So when I was in Jeju last week, I tried bulhoe for the first time. In Jeju, they add a little touch of doenjang, which you can't even taste, but it serves as a savory broth. And they had a little bit of vinegar in it, and it was just amazing. If you get a chance to visit Jeju in the upcoming year, try some bulhoe, or the abalone porridge, or the galchi. All right, I also have some cilantro here. I remember when I was young, my mom throwing some cilantro into a kimchi jjigae, and it tastes so good. So for my ramen today, I'm gonna add in a little bit of cilantro. If you love cilantro, why not? Of course it'll taste good. And now for the ramen. When my parents came into quarantine, the government sends you some food, and they gave them wangtukong. Wangtukong is actually my favorite cup ramen, but I didn't know they served it in this like bag ramen as well. But this is super delicious. Use any spicy Korean ramen. Now, before we cook the ramen, because if we let that sit, it's gonna turn soggy, let's make our lunchbox. For the old school Korean lunchbox, work with any processed meat. I'm gonna go with Spam. This was also included in the quarantine kit. The real authentic way is working with the bunong sausage, which is this pink sausage that's made often with fish or a lot of flour. It's not really good sausage, but it's just from the old times. Or you can work with some sausage. I was thinking about working with some kielbasa, but then I realized I should use up this Spam. So lately in Jeju, the kimbap there has become really famous. They had a matchup there where people were waiting in line so that they could pick up the next day. That place was too popular, so we went to another kimbap matchup that was near our hotel, and it was really good. Now, of course, we can fry this straight, but today, I'm feeling a little jiffy, a little extra skip in my skippity skip. I'm gonna put in about a tablespoon of buchimgaru, which is the Korean pancake mix. You can always just use AP flour. Shake it, shake it. Inomi shake it. Crack 1 egg. We'll do a little egg wash, turn them into a little fritter. Just makes them taste even better. Oh my gosh, my skills are lacking. We got 2 cans of Spam in the quarantine kit, and I just decided to fry some up, and my parents had Spam for the first time in a very long while. My mom was like, oh, I forgot how good this is. You know, food that's attached to childhood memories, I mean, it's hard to beat. I don't care what type of steak you got. Low heat, guys. Low heat. And just add a little bit of the eggs on top. Why not? It's not complicated food. Very easy. Oh, I love it. I told you this is my splurge meal. That one is to put over the rice. Let's lay this to one side. Get our Spam. Oh, very nice. Yes. And our egg. Let's put that over the top. Then, of course, I'm going to put down some kimchi, cut through the greasiness of the Spam. Normally, this kimchi is stir-fried, 볶은 in like sesame oil, and it just tastes really good. But we're going to go with fresh today, no problem. The quarantine kit also came with a large thing of this seaweed sheets. They give quite a lot, huh? We'll make it look pretty for YouTube. Drizzle of sesame oil, just on the side like that. Little hit of sesame seeds. This looks like a good meal in and of itself. But we're here for the ramen. The best way to mess up a ramen, the easiest food in the world, is just to mess up the amount of water. I always use a measuring cup. There's no shame in it. Use 2 cups. Generally for 1 person serving, it's 2 full cups, 500 milliliters. Now for mine, I'm gonna add in this duck, which is gonna soak in a lot of water. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm gonna add in a splash more. Bring that up, put that on a high heat. All right, then let's build that broth. This has roe in it, adds to delicious taste. Put that in from the beginning. All right, yes. You know what also tastes good in ramen is octopus. I had it in Udo Island. It's like a mini island next to Jeju Island. So good. All that flavor is being released into the broth. We'll add in the packets. I'm gonna add in our duck because this takes a little time to cook. Give this a few minutes to boil. Now our ramen. Yes. Gonna add in our soybean sprouts as well. Guys, you can smell that crab in the air. Wonderful. We can just add a little bit of gochugaru to get that a little bit more red color. Beautiful. Throw in some chili peppers on top. A little bit of our green onions. Turn off the heat. Hit it with a little bit of cilantro on one side. Oh my goodness. That, my friends, is Kkotgae Ramen. Woo! Beautiful. Should we get some ramen here? Oh my goodness. There it is, my friends. Plus the doshirak of my dreams. Let me start off with the noodles. Of course, you gotta get some duck on here. Mix this up, and then of course, that cilantro to the ramen. It's money. Alright guys, and then of course the crab, my favorite part. Don't be shy, pretend like you're at your parents' place and just be comfortable. The morsels are huge. Juice is running down everywhere. I'm gonna say goodbye with the scoop of my Spam. And Daniel, right now, I'm referring to myself in the third person. I'm in a happy place. Enjoy, guys.